What's up, everybody? A Spare with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Empyrion, Galactic Survival. When we left off in the last episode, I was trying to build a ship. And yeah. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. Actually, I was surprised at how many people were actually telling me it wasn't that bad. I thought it looked horrible. But there was a couple of things, though, that a couple of people mentioned that it actually is starting to look like a Sidewinder from Elite Dangerous, and I was like, oh, I was like, yeah, it kind of is a little bit. I feel like this edge here should be further over, and there should be more of a width kind of thing going on for that. But I can kind of see it. It's kind of there. Another thing was to move the Gatling guns, like, under, kind of where they are, or at least I interpreted it as kind of where they are, but under here, so that we could change the nose up a little bit, which I do like that idea. So there's a couple of things that I want to try and mess with today. I also told it to make some more blocks. I don't know how many it can make. 14, apparently. Okay, that's silicon. There's iron. I was like, am I out of... Okay, I'm out of iron, for the most part. Another thing is... The general consensus is there's no thruster damage, and it's actually apparently unlikely that they'll do that in the future. So, we might be able to redesign the thruster setup a little bit, which would be good. I just gotta figure out how I want to actually do this. One thing that I may try here... Oh, that's 2 blocks. I forgot about that. One thing I might try is basically bringing this back in. Yeah. Do-over. Yeah. So, I kind of did this because, frankly, there's a couple of things I wanted to try and do, and they would be easier to do without all that there. One thing I can't figure out quite how to do is to get under this. To get it to go up a block. Because that's what I really wanted it to do. I guess I could do that. Let's try this. If I go down and then like that. Uh-oh. That seems like it could be an issue. What happened to the whole, like, it jumped around? Oops. It was supposed to, like, jump around, right? Whatever happened to that? Oh, I just realized I'm, like, starving over here. I don't know which one's actually... Let's see, that's 175, but this is actually easier for me to get. Rest my case. Ooh, we actually get 100 XP from that? Or 300 XP from that? Seems like a lot for harvesting honey. So yeah, you're gonna be a problem here, dude. Let's see. Wait, where's... Do I have my drill? Chainsaw, drill. What am I set on? Resource mining, stone removal, flattening, filler, terrain removal. Okay, so the block actually is there, but it's like floating. Oops. Huh. Well, that's less than ideal. Oh yeah, it's just like straight floating. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to work with that, because I'd like to get under that layer. But I'm afraid if I do that, it's just going to be stuck in the ground when I try and fly off somewhere. You know. Whatever. push come to shove, I guess I can always dig this whole area out if I need to. So what I wanted to do is put the cockpit up a layer onto this one, and then have the chain guns down here on this layer, and then have this with the ability to do some angle blocks and stuff to cover them up. That was kind of the overall idea. So if I put that there, where did you go? There you are. That's not the same one that I wanted. Oh, I wonder if I could... No, we tried this before. Oh, I could do that one, maybe. Ooh, I like that a little bit better, actually. I think. And I could bring that out further, can't I? Will you let me? You're not letting me. What if I do that? Are you now letting me? I want it to at least be kind of 1 to 2 blocks. Like that, maybe. Or maybe that's good enough, because then I could do the ramps. Let's try that. Let's just make sure that's the shape we want. I kind of do like that. Is it taller? No, it's actually the same block size. That's surprising? No. It is. Okay, I was looking at the wrong one. I was like, wait a minute. Well... The block height could have an effect. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it, because I kind of like that, especially if we're going with a Sidewinder kind of look. That would be way better. Though, I don't know how this is gonna work, to be quite honest. Oh. And yes, I know I should be using my stupid little drone thing, but it's a stupid little drone thing. Let's get a little bit of a layer back here so that we can work with some stuff. Because I did remove all of this junk too. We're gonna do RCS, oxygen tank. We need the generator and the fuel tank though, but they're gonna be a 2 block. And I need that to work a certain way. Could put the oxygen tank there. And then, let's actually replace that. Throw that there. Give me these back. Ooh, we have 100 blocks to work with. That should be enough, I think. I could... Oh, you know what? Let's do the ammo box here. And then we'll put you right there. And we'll put you right there. There we go. And... probably end up doing like regular blocks. Let's just for now just snap some regular blocks around these so they're nice and covered up and protected. Alright, so at this point now, dagnabbit, at this point now we can start kind of with that shape we were doing before and see if we can pull it up. Why the snapping? Just why? I want you to go right there. Why are you skipping that? Seriously, it's going everywhere but where I want it to go. I might have to... Why? I don't understand. Is there a... If I set it this, can I... No, can't do it that way. I need like a move forward one, like... But seriously, can anybody tell me why that doesn't snap? Alright, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do it a different way. How about this? Snap that there and then put you on that. There we go. Problem solved. Jeez. Ooh, confusion. Alright, now this is the part that I honestly have no idea how it's going to work. Because I want that to be there, and I'd like this to be kind of here, I'm thinking. Oh gosh, I can't do it! Everybody keeps telling me to use the drone, and I agree in theory, but I can't do it. It's just too floaty. Now if I put this here, this is the part I don't know about. And I'm gonna probably do a left side, right side setup and see which one I like better. So we'll put that there. And then you would go there. And then you would go there. right? No. Wrong. I got them backwards. You would go there. Hello? Oh, I'm on repair. That matters. Okay, and then you would go there. Okay. That'll work. But see, this is the part I didn't like, this little gap. It's not life or death, but I'm not a big fan. The other way I could do it is... to do it like this, which actually kind of matches the shape. Although this is more akin to the actual corner piece. Like, it would actually be more of... Why can I never find the basic blocks? Seriously. There we go. It's more set up for that kind of a shape. But then I don't know how you transition the two. I'm not really sure how that would work. So I don't think we're going to go this route, even though it does actually fit to the cockpit's shape a little bit better. I think we're going to end up doing this. Not 100% yet, but that's my theory. Okay, and then we have this should go here. This is the part I'm concerned about, though. I don't know how this is actually going to end up lining up. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. No, that's not... Is it this one that I want? Yes. Okay, and then the back one would go over here. That's right. Alright, so we have this here. Okay. Okay, and then we have a weird... Why? There we go. We have a bit of a strange shape going on here. That's not good. Okay. Well, at worst case... At worst case, we would end up just doing, like... square blocks from here. Let's try that. We would basically just end up doing something like this. Which isn't quite as appealing, but it could work. I mean, it's not detrimental to the design. It does kind of look okay. So let's roll with that for now, just so that we can keep things kind of moving forward. And what I'm basically going to do is leapfrog this back and see what our actual wingspan would end up be with this kind of shape until we get to about, I don't know, somewhere about back here, I'm thinking. And let's see how that actually ends up going. So it's possible that it's the angle, like that it's the steep angle part, but this actually ended up looking a bit more like a jet than a Sidewinder, which was kind of what I actually was originally intending. But this time, it's funny, okay, so the first time I was intending to do a jet, ended up with this Sidewinder looking thing. Second time, I'm like, yeah, let's go with a Sidewinder, and I end up with kind of this more stealth bomber jet looking shape that has a more sleek angle to it, where the Sidewinder should be wider and fatter. So we're just gonna roll with it, because I kind of like that shape. Now, for this part, I think for now we're just going to snap that like this, and I've pretty much given up on this shape entirely. So I don't think we're going to do it that way. I think we are going to do it more the way we're planning here. Like so. One of these days, I will figure out the easiest way to rotate something the first try. And there's a couple different ways we could spin this, too, now that I think about it. You could do like this. Put that there, and then make it wider, and, you know, you could do a lot of different things. I just think this one has the most sleek kind of streamline angle to it. So we're going to leave that as it is right there, and then we're going to snap that there. And what this lets me do is, in theory, anyway, we could do something like this. And I say something because I may not actually end up doing it this way, I'm not sure. And then I guess you would do a block and then repeat it. Like that, I think. And then on the bottom, you could have like an inverted version of this type of thing. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So, this needs to go away, though. Because that's not the right block there. No, well, actually, we could kind of just keep that going, I suppose. Okay. Now, I'm not 100% sold on this yet because of how fat this looks. It's going to be a little bit thicker than if you were to put the corner next to another corner and just make this like the bottom row and this the top row. It is going to make it look a bit thicker, but I really don't know that there's a way around that when you're trying to put like guns and have a bottom layer and all that kind of stuff. I don't really think there's a way you can get around that entirely. So yeah, I brought it back to about here. Now what I'm thinking about doing for here, I may want to finish doing this part first, but essentially it'll be like a reversed thing, but not in the same way. So let me see if I can find an example of actually what I'm talking about. I think what it is you'd start with this, I think, if I have my theory correct. You would start with this one, and you would probably start here with this one. And then from here, you would reverse the order. Or not reverse, but you'd actually turn it to the side. Like that. Well, that won't work. I need a block in between there. So you need that and then this, I think. Right? No, that's going to do the same thing. Okay, hold on. So then I would need a slope in between. No, that won't work. Hold on, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing something wrong. I'm not getting the idea correct here. Maybe it's this way. Maybe you have to spin it. Hold on. I am making a mess. Like this? Ah, there we go. So you need it like that. And then you would basically like turn it and reverse it type of thing. And for those of you that may not know, what that's going to do is it'll make a much sharper jump over this way. Instead of having a really, really long way back this way, you're going to have a much sharper angle on the back. So you can close the distance with a lot less steps, is essentially the idea. I'm actually running out of blocks. Now, the other thing I have to think about is I'm making this ship a lot larger than it really needs to be. The last one I did was like okay, and I could keep the 3 thing. I have 3 blocks left, so I can make sure this works. But I could do like this, and then have... Dagnabbit. Go under there. Alright. Can the drone get under here? No, wrong button. There we go. There we go. And then you can have this, which connects up through here, and then you have the rest of this as like an internal or whatever. Now, like I said, I'm actually making this much larger than it needs to be. Yeah, this is totally turning into like a stealth fighter shape kind of thing. But the reason for that is basically for design. The last one I did was essentially a flying brick. But it flew really well because I only had, like, you know, a minimal amount of blocks. So I have to keep that in mind when it comes to thrust and stuff. For now, I think what we're going to do... Oh, right. Here. Here. Nope. Not what I meant to do. Nope. Here and here. Nope. Okay, so that gives us forward, up, down, or up, down, right and left strafing, so I need reverse. So I need it this way. I don't really want to put these back to back. If there's no thrust damage, it doesn't matter. We'll put it here, I guess. So I think that's all the directions. And I could do like another reverse and then 2 more forwards, and that would give us more forward thrust, a good amount of backward, and then you have a little bit of lateral and vertical. And again, we're assuming there's no thruster damage. But I don't know if just those thrusters as they are even enough to fly the ship. Actually, a good test would be to actually fuel the ship up and take it for a test flight. Okay, now I've saved it like 3 times or something, so we're sure that if we blow anything up, it's not going to do anything too drastic or detrimental. So what we want to do is fill all of that. I don't think I have any air on me, though I seem to recall them saying that they did an update where if you're on an atmospheric planet that the oxygen tanks aren't used anymore, which is why we've been able to walk around with our helmet on and all that kind of stuff. It only draws on your O2 tank when you go in the water. Why? Is the one that works this? Whoa. Whoa. Something happened. Wait, why can't I... There we go. I was like, why can't I rotate? So actually... It's not actually going too bad. Speed and stuff is pretty good. The vertical, you're fighting gravity, so that kind of makes sense that it's a little sluggish. But actually, I'm surprised. It's not too bad at all. So we could be pretty good with that. Though, granted, we only have one skeletal wing structure. We don't have it fully encased, so we may want to put more thrusters on it. But for now, it's actually not too bad. Not too shabby. The other thing is we need more iron, because I need to make more panels and stuff for this. So I do apologize for having to subject you all to another late night mining video. But yeah. It just needs to be done, man. Was this the deposit I was working on before? Looks like it. Yes. Ooh. Okay. Though it should be a lot faster considering that I didn't have my tier 2 drill before. Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I did down here. I don't remember. Oh, wait. Okay, resource mine. I was like, oh crap. Yeah, buddy, look at all of our iron. I will say that at least the mining in this game is fairly quick and easy, and it's not... It doesn't take like hours and hours and hours of grinding up resources or anything to actually get a good amount of resources going. You don't have to really, you know, I gotta go do a mining run. I spent 20 minutes and I have 60 ore. You know, this is actually pretty generous, which is really cool. I don't mind the act of mining in a game like Minecraft or Space Engineers or pretty much any of those kinds of things, but I do feel when it gets super grindy where it's like, to do anything, you have to grind up the resources, and to do that, it takes like 2 hours. I do feel like that's a little ridiculous. Yeah, we got like 87, so we're good if I can get out of this. Okay. Whew. Didn't think I could get out of there. No. Go on the hotbar. Alright. Another cool thing that I noticed, like, a couple episodes ago and just totally forgot to bring it up, which is kind of like a my bad, is we've had that pulse rifle, but I thought it was a different weapon, like a laser rifle or something. Turns out, it's actually using the same ammo as the assault rifle, so it's a 5.8mm. This uses a 5.8mm, so it's essentially the same bullet type, but it's a better gun. And I totally did not know that. I thought it was going to be, like, the name Pulse Rifle. I was thinking, like, you know, like some kind of laser. By the way, that is the, textbook definition of how you pronounce laser rifle. You know. But yeah, so I was a little surprised by that, to find out that it's actually, that fires the same bullet. But actually, how much? We have 246. We can spare a little bit. Let's spare a little bit, shall we? Let's get at least our HUD lamps on. So let's see. We have the, is this a tier 2? No, this is the basic assault rifle, so we don't have a scope or anything like that. Oh, and it actually fires a little bit slower too. That's interesting. And so this one, let's try this out. I should have like some shooting gallery or something. Now this is interesting. This is kind of dark, like that bush over there is kind of in shadow. But when you go into scope mode, it's fairly bright. I wonder if this is supposed to be some kind of like night vision scope or something. Does it say? Range given for space on planets, range is lowered and no, it doesn't say anything about that. Whoa! Okay, I don't want to use up all my ammo, but dang! 3 guesses which one we're using. Cause, yeah. That. I mean, fairly self-explanatory. Let's see if we can do another, like, 100. Out of that. So, let's see here, real quick. Oh, I have it set for that. Components. This requires 5 ore, but gives 10. So, that's a 2 to 1. No, 1 to 2 ratio. And then the plates are 5 to 10. So that's a 1 to 2 ratio. Ingot. So the whole thing is a 1 ore to 4 plates, I think, if I'm doing my math right. And then, oh crap! Wait. Oh, whew! I scared myself. I thought I did the hardened blocks again. That would have been bad. So that's 2. So it's essentially a 50% ratio that if I had 100 ore, I could make 200 blocks. I'm thinking. So I have over 50, so I should be able to make 100. So that's pretty cool. We are running a little bit low on our time, so I don't know if we're actually going to end up finishing this today or not. Probably not. But what I'd like to do, what do the thrusters cost me? Is it under devices, I think? Yeah, there we are. Let's try, I'd like to actually do, we have one going reverse, let's do one more going down, and then one more going down, and then maybe one of each, so I need 3, I think. And what I'm thinking, I apologize, you guys can't, like, see me and waving my hands around and thinking in my thought process. But what I'm thinking is here we might put one down, and then do, like, one facing like this in reverse, and then one facing forward like this, so we have a bit more forward and backward or forward and reverse thrust. But I'd like to put another one down so that it's not so hard to ascend, because we're going to end up having to fight gravity going up, which nothing else is really fighting any force other than what we generate ourselves. So, actually, what I'm actually going to do, just for my own, like, sanity kind of thing, just because symmetry and stuff is kind of a bother to me, is we're going to flip that. Is that down? It looks like it's down. Yeah. So we're going to put the two downward ones here. And then we're going to put... I'm going to move this one. If I move that one down, then I could put forward and reverse or something like that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Like I said, it's not really a big deal. You could put them however you want, and then you're going to seal the ship up and never see it again. It's just stuff that bothers me. Okay, so... Or, I could leave that one as upward and put these two as forward, which is essentially the exact same thing that I just did. Let's move on. I hate it when I do stuff like that. It's like, I just did the same thing twice. Okay, so that seems to be going well. I hope I have enough to make that. I don't know if I will or not. Well, it did a second one, so that's cool. I'd at least like to get the thrusters in place, but looking at my little stopwatch thing, we're probably going to call it quits after that point. So let's put our forward ones there. Probably wasn't the smartest idea to put single directions until I was sure that we could, you know, get what we needed to make the stuff, but you know. What are you going to do? That's the hardened ones. I don't want to use those right now. Alright, moment of truth. Okay, cool. So it should have enough to make the other one as well. Okay. So now this one should be reversed, which I think that honeycomb pattern is the back. Yeah. Okay, so we'll put one reverse and one reverse. And it also does look like we can confirm the whole there's no block damage, because I had a couple of these pointing at each other, like this one, and this block is not damaged. So if they add that later, I am royally screwed. But as long as they don't, we should be good. So overall, I'm liking this design so far. I think this will end up being kind of cool looking. It'll end up probably looking like the old school stealth fighter kind of thing. It's kind of what I'm thinking. So it ended up kind of being the jet I wanted it to be anyway. Like it's funny though, I had to decide to do a different ship to get the one I originally wanted. That's me for you. Alright, so I think we're going to wrap things up here for this episode. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!